Hi everyone, I hope all is well in your first week. Everybody is kind of in the thick of things, maybe in the weeds, but I just hope that things are running smoothly for you. If there's anything that I can do for each and every one of you, reach out to me and I'll do the best that I can. Today I just wanted to give you, some insight. You do have two preliminary reports that are available to you with Illuminate. Our Ray department will be sending out a step-by-step how-to, and they really work hard behind the scenes in getting reports. So if you need anything that is data related and for your school sites, do reach out to the Ray team, and I know they'll provide you, the reports that you might need. Now, you can reach out to me as well, and I'll give you the best that I can, but they're the real experts in getting, detailed, the nitty-gritty reports that you need. So I wanted just to say the report that I was going to talk to you about today that is useful for your teachers. They want to know, hey, how did I do with the kids that sat in the seats last year? And who are the kids sitting in the seats this year? And that's what this screencast is just to give you some insight. Again, the Ray department is going to be sending out like a PDF, how to step by step, but this screencast will help you just as much. All right, so when you get in your Illuminate, you sign in, and remember, most of you are going to just be your site only. I do have district access, and so it's a slight difference, but when we're talking about the reports, no difference at all. So you go into your reports. I always hit view reports, and if you don't see right away your preliminary Smarter Balance reports, these two reports, then you're just going to type into this section right here where it says search and type in preliminary, and that should get you to either one of these reports. The report we're going to talk about today is just the preliminary Smarter Balanced assessment. I can't speak right now for whatever reason, but here it is nonetheless. So what you want to do is click into it. And I'm going to pick a school that I know, and I've already talked to the teacher, so I do have permission. So I'll go to Kennedy, and let's say you have a fifth grade teacher like Robin Ashby who wants to know, hey, how did I do last year with the kids that sat in the seats? So I would type in her name, and then I have the teacher. And what I want to make sure is I look at the roster date. Okay, so we're talking about last year. So the test took place in 1819. All right, so that's your enrollment roster. You're going to go down here, and she wants to know ELA. And in elementary, remember, you have ELA and math. And so you'll have this report. You see that the test year was 1819. 1819 is the roster date, meaning, hey, these were the kids that sat in the seats in the spring. And all you're going to do is hit View in Browser. And you're going to get this report, the report that shows up on the screen, and this is the students that sat in the seats, and you're going to see, the growth that was made, or the areas that, hey, you know what, I made some growth, but the student might still be struggling. So you have an idea of how the students scored, and if you want the report, all you're going to, for yourself to print out, to review with the rest of your team, you're just going to download it to a PDF, and it always come down here, and then you can name it, pull it onto your desktop or whatever you want to do. Now let's say in the same report you're like, okay, I found out how my kids did last year, but how are the kids sitting in my seats today? Where are they at? How did they do? Then I can make some strategic plans in my classroom to support them. So what you would do is all you're going to do is you're going to change that roster date, and you can do to current year. That's fine. And you're going to pick the teacher again. So it would be Ashby. Click on it. And I do appreciate Robin letting me do this. And for this report, we'll put math just for the heck of it, just so you can see that the report. Remember, it's the same test here, but it's a new roster. It's the kids sitting in the seats today. And you can do this in any classroom and at any grade level. You hit View in Browser, and voila. And I said that in the last one, and someone gave me a hard time, so I wanted to make sure I said it again. So you can see the students sitting in your seats today. Now, of course, there's going to be movement in a master schedule, but at least for the most part, you have most of your students, unless you're having a redo of a master schedule. Again, you can wait 2 weeks until everything settles down and you can get the roster reports. You can do this at any time because Aries is going to work with Illuminate, and those rosters will be updated in time. So just make sure that you know that. and you can look at the rosters. Now remember, if you have more students, you got to hit next page, and you'll see that the rest of the students are on the next page. So that's just a quick overview of the roster reports. Again, you could do that at a secondary. It's really no different. So I'll go to my old school, Amelia Earhart. I'll pick a teacher that I have. This is a language arts teacher, so you're not going to do math. And so I'm going to pick an ELA teacher. Remember, I'm looking at the test here, but they want to see the students that are sitting in their seats today. So I'll hit View in Browser. And again, you will see the roster report come up for all the students that are sitting in this teacher's. Now, this being secondary, you're going to have about 6 pages because you got 5 different classes of students that are sitting in those seats. Now, sometimes teachers are teaching more than one section. So you don't want to, you might want to just say, hey, I just want my language arts kids. So when you type in the teacher's name, you can see that they have ELA 8 and the different classes. So maybe I don't want their AVID, I just want their ELA classes. So I'm just going to click through their ELA classes, and I'm not going to pick the silent reading or AVID. And when I do that, I can get rid of this because it's still the same thing. And I can go ahead and hit View in Browser. And then it's going to give me a slightly different roster report because it's just going to have those students that are in those classes. And they're right there. And the only thing it's not by period. But teachers having access to this information is really, really powerful. Now, this isn't just for ELA and math teachers. You want all of your teachers in history, science, PE, whatever class it might be, to know how students are doing with reading, writing, listening, because you want to have some strategic ideas like, hey, they might be struggling there, or they're really good there, and you can make strategic partners. So for any teacher that you have, you can do a roster report. So you can pull up any teacher. I could pull up a PE teacher. I'll pull up one of my good friends, and I can say, hey, these are the students sitting in your seats, and this is how they did with respect to literacy, ELA. And then I hit View in Browser. And again, you're going to get a report for all the students that are in Mr. Kruzwicki's class, which is a PE class, and he can get an idea of like where students are. And although all these things are going to apply to reading and writing, maybe, but listening, speaking, putting them in groups, and when they talk, might know that some students might struggle, or in PE you use technical language. Who are some of the students that might struggle with that? And you're going to at least get a snapshot of how students did, and these little triangles give you an idea that the student has struggled on the CAASPP and maybe even other assessments in reading and writing, and it'll allow you to dig a little deeper. So that's all I have for you today. I hope it was helpful. You can reach out to me if you have any questions, and have a great rest of your first week of school. Take care. Bye.